Next trailer up, we were talking about. Might as well talk about Black Adam and Shazam 2
all
at
together?
the same time. Might as well. I mean, they're one leads into the other. Oops, excuse me. There's the disaster of the thing. Let's talk about Black Adam. Black Adam drops in October. That's just a guy too cheap for another car.
Yeah.
Black Adam drops in October. I thought Shazam was coming out for Christmas. It's coming out in January. So let's hit Black Adam first. Chris, your thoughts on Black Adam, the Black Adam trailer?
I'm more excited to see the other Justice League members.
The Justice Society?
The Justice Society,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm more excited to see them because, I don't know, like, don't get me wrong about Black Adam. I like the story, but The Rock is The Rock. He will always be The Rock. You know, he's always going to play the same character like always. And you saw it in the trailer where it's like, I'm angry and he just hits a wing of a jet and has it like, you know, it's like, yeah, okay, that's what The Rock does. He's The Rock. But I'm more excited to see the other superheroes in it and see how, you know, they all get along, if they ever get along. But yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm still going to watch it. It's one of those things where I'm kind of excited, but not as excited as I am for like Shazam. You know?
Yeah.
Shazam, I'm more interested in because I really enjoyed the first film. And the second film, it's like you got these kids kind of trying to go between, you know, them saving the world and being kids. And you got Shazam not feeling like he lives up to that potential because he kind of wants to become like, you know, part of the Justice League. Except
he wants to be a real hero.
Yeah, except I think he looks down on himself, but they also look down on him as like, no, you can't go on this adventure because you're still a kid, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's where it is, and I find that interesting because Spider-Man went through it, you know? It's like, so I kind of like that whole thing.
Okay.
So I'm excited, yeah.
So, let me give my point of view on this, okay? Black Adam, I think I know what their source story is. I think I know. I'm not sure because looking at the trailer, I couldn't tell. Again, we're talking, just like with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, we're talking about a missed opportunity. Black Adam historically was a villain. He was just a straight up villain, like Lex Luthor was to Superman, like the Joker was to Batman. Black Adam was to Captain Marvel. I'm sorry, I still can't call him Shazam. Black Adam was what can happen if the man with the power goes wrong. That's what Black Adam gets. In the 90s and into the 2000s, you got the writers of the Justice Society got a hold of him and rehabbed his character because DC could never figure out what to do with Captain Marvel or Shazam or any of these other guys. But because Black Adam was a character known mostly back in the 40s during the JSA's heyday, the Justice Society of America, he never actually faced the JSA. It's just he came from that same era. So Black Adam still has this old school mentality about right and wrong. Okay? For Black Adam, might makes right. And in the modern world, that is actually considered evil. Okay? To be strong and to use your strength to impose your will on somebody else is considered evil now. There's the changing goalpost. And that makes the character an interesting character because once upon a time, he was considered a good guy. In ancient Egypt, remember, I'm going to give you a quick spoiler. Black Adam is about 3,000 years old. Okay? That's how long the wizard Shazayam had been around. And he actually was the champion of his country, and then he got called away because he was being Shazam everywhere, Captain Marvel, whatever you want to call him. He was off being a superhero, and that's when the enemies of his home country attacked and killed his wife and children. Okay, we saw shades of that in the trailer. Black Adam vowed no one would ever suffer a loss like that again. And that's when he turned under modern standards. That's what the Justice Society in the source material, in the comic books, Black Adam actually worked with the JSA for a while, and that's what brought Captain Marvel, Shazam, into the JSA, the Justice Society, to keep an eye on him because he didn't trust him, because Captain Marvel didn't even know the whole story behind Black Adam. He would learn better and come to have a better appreciation for him, but that still didn't mean Black Adam liked him for nothing. But Black Adam has hidden depths, and it's not reflected well in this trailer. Now, in this trailer, you get to see The Rock with the bolt on his chest. You get to see him, like you said, punch a jet plane in flight. But knowing the underlying story, Black Adam went home. Black Adam's home country is called Kandak. And basically it's kind of like an Iran, Iraq type of country. It's a Middle Eastern country. Basically he went home and declared himself dictator. He went home, he killed the dictator there for crimes against the people, and then took over. And the Justice Society felt compelled, since he had been a member, to step in and correct his behavior and hold him to account. Basically, in the original story, and I'm not saying that's what the movie's like, Black Adam kicked their asses and threw them out of the country. Because he is now the sovereign leader, and the people of Kandak want him there. Because they hated the old dictator just as much as he did. So, the JSA's Western idea of justice... Are you done? The JSA's Western idea of justice is not appreciated in the Middle East. So now you have that double standard, and it makes a far more compelling story. You don't communicate that here in this trailer, and I don't know if that's actually the route they're going to go, because it looks like, Dwayne Johnson delivers the line, "The world needed a hero, and it got me." That's from the second trailer. Oh, that's cliche.
Well, that's The Rock.
That's The Rock coming through. So now I'm beginning to worry. Are we getting a nuanced Black Adam, or are we getting The Rock in a jumpsuit?
That's what's bothering me. It's like I do want to see this movie because you've told me the source and all that, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm excited. But at the same time, I'm like, is this just The Rock being The Rock as well? It's like, that's why I'm more excited about everybody else in the movie and not Black Adam.
It is nice to see they're actually trying to get the character designs down a little more. Hawkman looks awesome. I even saw Atom Smasher in there. Dr. Fate looks spectacular. There's a story in and of itself. Yeah. The relationship between Hawkman, and we've gone over it here on Geekin' Out before, I believe. The story between Hawkman, Dr. Fate, and Black Adam, that is a 3,000-year-old relationship. And boy, there's all kinds of interesting little neat tweaks and stuff you can do. And then the JSA members and stuff getting involved just to...
I mean, let's just hope they do it and do it right. Again, like I said, The Rock, I don't want The Rock to play The Rock. And it's like when they when they first announced the whole, they were doing a Black Adam movie at the last DC Nation, I think it was.
Yeah.
And it was like just The Rock saying, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, you better watch out. And it's like, yeah, we get it. You're a tough mofo. You don't care no more. I don't care no more.
Boring.
Like, yeah, it's boring.
It's been done to death.
Yes. And it's like, don't bring your wrestling shit here. It's like, I appreciate you. I do like you. But it's like, again, it's like, just tone it down a little bit. Like, show a little bit of weakness. If somebody punches you, be like, ow. Just a little bit.
But anyway, let's move on from Black Adam, which is kind of disappointing to me, to Shazam 2. Shazam 2 on the surface looks like crap. Let's be honest. It looks like crap. It looks like a sitcom. It looks like the setting of the sitcom from Nope. Okay? You're expecting the monkey to come in and rip somebody's face off any minute. Okay? But here's the thing. Okay, Black Adam, we're worried about what they're going to do to the main character, right? Shazam 2, I'm not worried about the characters, I'm worried about the story. It's night and day, okay? Especially for a casual fan who doesn't get into the nitpicking, you've got an entire family of superheroes now, all based off of Shazam. Billy Batson is the core, everybody else draws their power through him. Okay, so they all can draw on the power of Shazam through Billy Batson. Shazam is a 13-year-old kid in a 25-year-old bodybuilder's body, basically. Okay, that's why he's in the theatrical trailer. He's talking to a pediatrician, and the pediatrician doesn't know why. There's a little joke there, haha. But the point is, Shazam 2 actually has developed characters, and the characters actually have a lot further they can go, because you now have, good heavens, is there 6 of these guys? There's 6 of these kids, including Billy Batson himself. There's 6 or 7, I can't remember. But you've got all of those characters to develop, and the thing is, in the first Shazam, it just seemed like a bunch of throwaway extra characters, because these were all the other foster kids belonging to this one couple that Billy Batson gets thrown into. By the end of the movie, and this actually surprised me about the first Shazam movie, I actually kind of cared about these kids. I didn't think I would care about the kids. I thought they were throwaway characters. The focus was Billy Batson. No, we got the entire Captain Marvel family here. Okay, that's why I still call this character Captain Marvel compared to what Marvel Phase 4 has done. That's Captain Unmarvel, okay? The real Captain Marvel is Shazam, okay? And like I said, you've got 6 of these kids now, and they've got so much room to grow. There is so much room to develop. The interactions and stuff, and each one actually has, I'm not going to say a fully developed personality, but they have divergent personalities. You actually can tell the difference between these kids, and not just because their skin color, not just because their hair, not just because the way they dress or the way they talk. Each one has a different personality. Do you know how hard that is to pull off, especially under modern screenwriting standards? That's fantastic. So I'm actually a lot more enthused to see Shazam 2 come January than I am excited to see Black Adam in October. I still want to see Black Adam. Okay, I'm still going to see it. There's no argument there. This is geeking out. We're geeks, so we're going to see
Black Adam might actually have the story that you want.
That's what I'm hoping for.
The Rock will probably still play The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock. But
the story will be there.
If my prayers are answered, The Rock will be the weakest link in that movie, because he's going to be playing The Rock instead of playing Teth Adam, Black Adam. His secret identity is Teth Adam, just so you know. But I'm praying the story delivers, and all the other characters can make up for that big black ham sitting in the middle of that thing. Over on Shazam 2, you've got a big red cheese instead that you actually care about. You actually care about him. You actually care about these kids. We've got, now from I can tell from Shazam 2, the trailer, we've got the gods on which they draw their powers are taking a hand, are starting to show up in modern times and wreaking some havoc or something. So it's going to be interesting to see the interplay there. Shazam 2 doesn't take itself as seriously as Black Adam will, or as Black Panther Wakanda Forever will. Shazam 2 keeps enough of a sense of humor, and Zachary Levi, I don't want to drag the actor into it so much, although we have over and over and over, especially with The Rock, we dragged him over the coals. Let's get Zachary Levi. He's a born-again Christian. He wants this to be a fun time. He doesn't want another dour, dark, nasty piece of crap superhero movie. He wants a movie people will enjoy and be able to bring their kids to. So now Zachary Levi is actually turning himself into a brand like Guardians of the Galaxy did with, who was it, Chris Pratt? Mm-hmm. He likes to have fun. He wants his audience to have fun. Now people seek out Chris Pratt because of Guardians of the Galaxy being fun. People seek out James Gunn because he made Guardians of the Galaxy. He wanted it to be a fun movie. People seek him out because they want a fun movie. I think Shazam 2 is going to go one of two ways. It's either going to be ignored in the after Christmas market. It's going to be lost in the rush. It depends on how well Warner Brothers promotes this. Or this is going to be the one that puts Zachary Levi on the map and starts making stars of those supporting characters. So every once in a while you will see a watershed intellectual property where everybody who is involved with it goes on to much bigger things. Look at not so much The Office, although Steve Carell blew up after he did that, and he plays Jim on The Office. He's been doing a bunch of movies. He's been producing movies more than he's been in them. Can't think of his name right off the top of my head.
He did the horror movie.
Yeah, he did horror movies and stuff.
John
A Quiet Place. John Krasinski. That's it. And the guy who played Dwight. I can't think of his name either. So you had three there, but you get these shows, these movies that have a large cast, and they suddenly start spinning off successful actors. It's SNL syndrome. That's what I was trying to think of. Saturday Night Live was a reliable star maker back in the day. It did it back in the 70s. It did it again in the 80s and into the 90s. It hasn't been so good at it for the last 30 years or so. But I get the feeling that Shazam 2, if this goes the way I think it will, and people, especially after the election, people are looking for a fun time to relax at, this could be a star maker. So I got to admit, I'm kind of impressed. It doesn't look as impressive as Black Adam does, but as far as ratings will go, let's hear your ratings first for Black Adam. 0 to 5.
4.
You give it a 4. I would give Black Adam a 4 because I do want to see it. Yeah. But hey, I'm prejudiced that way. Shazam 2.
5.
I give it an enthusiastic 5. I really want to see these kids again.
Also, I really enjoyed the first one.
I did too.
It was just so fun.
I said at the time, I think I actually didn't I talk you into Shazam 1?
No.
Or at least you wanted to see it anyway, but I got you more excited about it. And it turns out it's one of those rare films that it was actually a fun time to go watch. So we actually agree on this. Black Adam we give a 4 based on the trailer, and Shazam, what is it, Power of the Gods? War of the Gods? Oh, God bless, something like that.
Fury of the Gods.
Fury of the Gods. Shazam 2, in other words. We both give it a 5. So there you go.